What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to Horticulture Geek. I'm Ray, and thank you so much for joining me today here on the channel. Today I'm going to be working on a couple of pots here at the church that my family and I attend. I take care of these pots here at this entry door into the building. I've shown these pots before in previous videos, but it is time to switch these out because, believe it or not, for those of you that are in cold climates, here in central Arkansas, that one pot right there, the little one, still had a summer geranium in it. And we got a first really hard freeze last week that affected it even up under this back porch awning. So that geranium is kaput. And so I went out and I brought some lovely things to put in that pot. And then the other pot around the rose bush there, I'd already put in ornamental kales, and I'd put in mums for the fall. And it's time for the mums to come out. They are just nothing at this point. So I thought I would bring you guys along today so you could watch as I get these pots switched out and show you kind of what I'm working on. So let me get the plants and I'll show you what we're doing. So before I go and grab the new plants, I figured I might as well do it up close so you can see what I'm talking about here. So this was the geranium right here. You see it was blooming literally up until that hard freeze last week. And it was cold here. You know, geraniums, if they're protected, can manage some cold. So this guy was looking beautiful and blooming up until a week ago. All through Christmas, he was absolutely beautiful. And then, like I said, I've got some mums in here that are just done. So the plants are fine, but they're not pretty. So I'm going to pop those out and put some pansies in the place of those just to give a little color into this pot around this rose bush. And this rose bush does have color. It was blooming until that hard frost. So we have an incredibly long growing season here, and plants just do well for us, especially in a situation like this where they are protected. So, all right, now that you've seen that, let me grab the new plants. All right, so here's what I'm working with. I got an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, huge ornamental kale. That'll be the centerpiece where the geranium comes out. Then I have some Swiss chard, which, yes, is an edible, but is also a beautiful plant just for fall and winter containers. And I have some pansies that still have a little color on them, violas. These are actually, I think, let's see, what are these? Yeah, these are violas. Alrighty, I'm gonna set the camera up and just get this project knocked out. Here I go. so here is our quick finished project. Obviously the showstopper is this gorgeous ornamental kale. And I put some of those pretty violas around it. And then I just popped in some Swiss chard and pansies in this pot. So gave it a cleaned up, fresh look. Got the porch swept and got them watered in. All right, I stepped inside the end of this video because it is getting dark and cold. So it is first week of January here, and whew, the temperatures are plummeting. It is cool outside. But anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed this quick project. And I want to thank you for hanging out with me today here at Horticulture Geek. Just remember that you too can continue working on your planters, pots, and in the garden as long as time, temperature, weather permit. As long as your soil's not frozen, you can get out and work. I have still a lot of things to do in my garden, but I was glad I had time to run up here and get this project done this evening because it really sure did need it. And now that these pots will look good for our next worship service here at the church. And now my next video on Horticulture Geek is probably going to be me planting my tulip bulbs. Yes, you heard that correctly. I have not planted tulip bulbs yet because it has not been time to plant tulip bulbs yet here in Central Arkansas. And so I actually received my bulbs from Color Blends on Christmas Eve, the day before Christmas Eve. FedEx dropped them off at the house. So my next big project in my garden at home is to plant tulip bulbs. So stay tuned to the channel. So I've got that coming up. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that and hit that notification bell, and it will tell you every time I post a new video. But until next time, guys, from Horticulture Geek to you, I wish you all the best and happy gardening.